The Alexander brothers appear to have it all, from luxury mansions to parties in the Hamptons to professional accolades. But this Manhattan courtroom is now the center of a far different reality. Twin brothers Orrin and Alon, along with older brother Tal, now standing trial on federal sex trafficking charges and facing potentially life in prison if found guilty.
Alon, Tal, and Orrin Alexander had a meteoric rise to both power and fame. But according to federal prosecutors, that power and fame hid a much darker side.
In opening arguments today, prosecutors saying the men used their power and prestige to conspire to rape and drug dozens of women, including at least one minor.
Each of the brothers wore civilian clothes. We had seen them in court previously in jail garb, but they were granted permission by the judge to wear suits, open collars, and they sat at the defense tables with their lawyers. And there are a lot of defense lawyers who are there to help try to convince the jury that these brothers may have been womanizers, but they were not sex traffickers.
Prosecutor Madison Smizer saying the men masqueraded as party boys when they were really predators.
Prosecutors allege that the Alexander brothers used drugs, alcohol, and at times brute force to force young girls as young as 17, as well as young women, to have sex with them and rape them against their will.
The first witness to take the stand, an alleged victim claiming she was drugged and raped by Alon after an NBA Finals watch party at actor Zac Efron's apartment in 2012.
She went, and there she said she had a couple of drinks. She even tried ecstasy for the first time, and then later the whole group went to a club where she said a drink was spiked, and the next thing she remembered waking up in Alon Alexander's bed with him raping her.
All three men have pleaded not guilty and denied the allegations. ABC News reached out to Zac Efron and did not hear back. The Alexander brothers' defense team firing back in their opening argument, saying while the men may have been promiscuous womanizers, they aren't criminals.
The defense, using crude language, saying that what occurred might make the jury cringe, but they're not here for the quote-unquote a-hole award.
Defense attorney Tenny Garrigo saying their behavior wasn't trafficking, it was dating and hooking up. Several members of the defense team have represented high-profile clients like Sean Combs.
The defense is painting a very different story, one of buyer's remorse, something very similar to the Sean Combs trial, maybe because the defense is almost the exact same.
The Alexander brothers' arrest in December 2024 made national headlines.
Three major real estate moguls are facing federal charges for enforced sex trafficking.
Arrested on federal sex trafficking charges, what authorities allege
Alon, Orrin, and Tal Alexander face charges in New York and Florida.
According to the indictment, federal prosecutors say the three men repeatedly and violently drugged and raped dozens of women, even allegedly filming some of the acts for well over a decade.
This conduct, as alleged, was heinous.
In court today, prosecutors say they intend to show a recording of Orrin Alexander's alleged rape of a then 17-year-old.
Prosecutors told the jury this video that they say shows the sexual assault of a then 17-year-old who will testify under the pseudonym Amelia. It's going to show that this woman blacked out and was incapable of saying no. The defense has a different characterization. They say the same video is also going to show that she willingly drank, took drugs, and put herself in a bad situation.
Orrin and his older brother Tal once touted themselves as superstar brokers in ultra-luxury deals at Douglas Elliman, the real estate company. In 2019, the Alexander team helped broker the sale of a nearly $240 million penthouse in this Manhattan building, at the time, the most expensive residential sale in U.S. history.
These guys lived a world of ultra luxury. Their clients were some of the richest and most well-known people in the country. And in order to work in that world, they also embodied that world. They partied in the Hamptons, they partied in Miami, they partied in Aspen. They really were living the embodiment of this luxury dream that was very much tied to the brand of real estate that they sold.
The brothers later formed their own real estate firm called Official.
Official is the only hyper-specialized residential brokerage in the market today, focused on the top end of the market.
Orrin's twin Alon worked as an executive in the family's company, Kent Security, in Miami. According to the indictment, the three brothers committed the alleged assaults, sometimes acting alone, sometimes with each other, and sometimes with other men, and allegedly physically restrained and held women down and ignored screams and explicit requests to stop.
The defendants allegedly used their wealth and status to recruit and pay for the travel of their intended victims.
The lurid allegations, a world apart from the life the Alexander family built for themselves.
Their parents, Shlomo and Orly, were immigrants from Israel. Their story is very much an American rags to riches story. Today, the family is multimillionaires.
In a statement to ABC News, the brothers' parents wrote in part, "We believe our sons are innocent, and if they are judged on the evidence presented at trial, free from speculation or public narrative, the truth will prevail. We ask only for a fair process, grounded in facts, where their voices can finally be heard." The parents, along with Alon's wife, there at court today, along with several other supporters. All three men are fathers, Oren's wife giving birth since he was arrested.
There are a number of relatives were there. We heard them all speaking Hebrew with one another. So the brothers have a lot of support in court.
Prosecutors expected to call at least 7 alleged victims. Attorneys also telling jurors they would show them incriminating text messages from the brothers.
Prosecutors say that the jury will see evidence of the brothers' guilt. They'll see alleged text messages between the brothers supposedly cheering on or bragging about the rapes.
The defense arguing the women who will testify are motivated in part by money.
The defense says this case is either about regret, opportunism, or money. And the defense says all of the accusers have either filed civil lawsuits and are out for money, or encountered the brothers, had sex willingly, and came to regret it later.
There are currently dozens of civil lawsuits against the brothers. Oren and Alon face a separate state case in Florida. The federal trial is expected to last a month. We'll, of course, continue to follow this trial as it proceeds.